All right. We are live. Welcome back, everyone. J-Bone here for Smash This Podcast. Oh, been a few days since I've been on here. We are in the middle of our lockdown, as so should everyone in the area, in the country, or wherever you are, doing your part to be safe, be conscious of what's going on in the world. I hope you're all doing okay. I hope you're all keeping your head on straight and not getting too, look who's back. Look who's back. Good old Manny. Oh, I see. He's being smart. He's being safe. Look at that. This guy. He's not he's keeping his distance. He's staying back there like a good sidekick. It's not what do they say? It's not the Joey Ramone. It's not 6 feet plus whatever. It is what it is. It is what it is. But he's being safe. Hope you're all good. Global Wars. What is up, dude? Mr. HD himself. Hope you keep getting better, getting stronger. I know you were illin for a while. Let me make sure my phone's on quiet as we get into this AEW review. Folks, it's been a busy week for J-Bone. Let me just do a quick rundown of what we were doing. If you're watching over on the TNI channel, the Total Nonstop Impact channel, you know that as of this past weekend, we had a little reboot of sorts. TNI is no longer on the lounge. It's getting a fresh start back on the OG channel. We did the throwback on Monday, and last night live after Impact Wrestling, we had a simulcast. Not one, not two, but 3 places. Unprecedented in my history of podcasting. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. We were on the OG YouTube channel, Total Nonstop Impact. We were on Facebook. We were also on Periscope through Twitter. Had some nice numbers. Next week, we're going to bump it up 1. We're going to bump it up 1, folks. We're going 4. We're coming out strong, folks. We're coming out strong. We're going to add Twitch to the mix. For those of you who watch Impact Wrestling on Twitch, and you don't want to flippy-dippy around anywhere, you just, boom, you slide right over to the Impact Lounge. We'll be live over there. That's assuming things go as planned, but that's what the plan is. So keep that in mind going forward. The channel is there. It's a TNI show. Just look up, I believe it's TNI show on Twitch. I think we're going to try to change the name, but we'll try to keep it. We talk Impact across the board, across all brands, but it's all right. It was a quick decision-making thing. So hope you're all good. Let's jump in the chat. Elijah Washington, J-Bone, I gotta tell you. He's always got to tell me. This is like Impact Kid Cash return. Scott and the Mexican superhero, it was good. And Sami Callihan is now with OVE. Is he getting a stable? Maybe Maybe with Raven. That would be quite the unholy mix, hey? My goodness. Do you think Raven would throw his hat back in the ring and be maybe at least a ring presence, if not a ring general like he used to be? Scary thoughts there, Elijah. Jeez Louise. Eric, what is up? Trimal cast. Yeah, next week we're going to have a quadruple cast. I don't know what the hell you call it. Eric says, I was watching the post AEW Dynamite show before I came over here. Yeah. Heard Taz was hosting with Excalibur and good old JR because they're not traveling. They're, so they're kind of doing probably something similar to what the guys and I were, well, at least attempting last night. Kyle was not too HD last night. He was I think the COVID got his his internet connection. A poor guy. It just wasn't his night. Oh, Chris Jericho's new gimmick in AEW is talking to a robot. I tell you, Jericho's a legend, hands down. He makes bad into gold, and he's in great lines with Flair. Ooh, hey, right? Hogan and Steve and Harley Race and The Rock. Yeah, that's one thing about Jericho, man. The guy is always money. The guy can turn something goofy into gold and reinvent himself all the time. Brett. I'm assuming you mean Bret Hart. Yeah, another Canadian great, if you will. So, all right. Thank you for tuning in. I know I don't get too many for these AEW shows, but hey, if you're digging the content, please share, because we are going to be kicking out some new stuff next week. That's what the goal is. A new look, maybe a different feel to the show, maybe. Did you get more lollipops? No, J-Bone is out. J-Bone is stressing. I don't have, you know what's the only thing I have? I got these goofy little cinnamon Altoids, and I can't use too many of these because then I'll lose my voice, because the cinnamon is, cinnamon. You have a cinnamon and you're like, it burns a little, little sting. But man, the flavor of those is so good. I can't stop eating those. So we got, what else we got here? We got some gum. That's about it. We got some gum. J-Bone's out. I need to restock my stuff, my little snacky snack bin here. The wife went to the grocery store today, and I was gonna text her, and I was gonna call her and tell her, hey, pick me up some something, Maybe I'll have to dig into my year-old. What's around here? Something. I got a pumpkin with a bunch of old hard candy in it. Maybe I'll have to jump into that. See if I got any dum-dums in there. All right. So, all right. And some news came yesterday in the world of AEW. I didn't get a chance to watch the dark or the announcement itself, but I heard about it. It sounds like Sammy Guevara. I didn't see it, but I heard it, right? We got a new championship coming to AEW. See? The fans are talking. The fans are speaking their opinions. They're saying what they want, and the company gives it to them. It might not be, 2 seconds later, but damn it, they are listening. And that's proof. The proof is in the pudding, folks, as they say. So it looks like it's going to be, they're not calling it a TV title. they're calling it the TNT Championship, but you could basically call it a TV title. Not to take anything away from any old TV championships of other brands in the past. I'm trying to think of it. There was a TV championship that changed names and looks and stuff over the course of several years in TNA and Impact Wrestling. There was a TV championship in what was it, NWA has one, I believe, something like that. And they just like they brought it to the light of day again, and this whole rebirth of the NWA. I don't know who's champ over there now, but didn't WCW have one too, or something's? Wasn't it like WCW had the United States TV Championship or something like that? There was like a co-title thing, something, I don't know. Some classic, some other brand had a TV championship, I thought. Anyways, so that's great news. Another championship, which means, how do we get a championship? You got to have a tournament, right? So we got a tournament. And we were revealed part of that yesterday. And I didn't see it, so I was looking forward to them talking about that more on the show. So sure enough, to kick off the show, excuse me, for this AEW Dynamite Season 2, Episode 14 for April 1st. No April Fool's jokes here. I didn't plan anything, so I hope you all are April Fool's free. We're hoping this whole COVID crap is April Fool's, but no, it's not. It's real, folks. It's real. Sends 2 bags of Tootsie Pops to J-Bone. Eric, send me some dum-dums. Not the huge ones, just those little ones, not the huge Joey Ryan package ones. Oh my God, those are dangerous. Those knock out everybody in the front row when he whips those out. It's scary stuff. Oh man, Jericho's segment was pure gold. What's up, J-Rock Freak? How you doing? How can we donate to the Lollipop Fund? Well, let me tell you. I've been talking to the What For brand, the company. The new branded Smash This podcast stuff is coming, folks. It's coming. It's absolutely coming. So stay tuned. So if you want to help support the brand of Smash This podcast, it's coming soon. So, excuse me. And ECW, yes, it's in the works too. Because I'm so busy with so many things on my plate here, folks. Excuse me. Damn. That's what I get for drinking coffee so late. I'm working hard to help boost the TNI brand, make it better, make it stronger. And I'm also trying to, at the same time, help this brand because it keeps growing. We're, 820, whatever it is now. It's tremendous. It's great. Keep growing, keep pushing. So it's 2020 and, trying my hardest to get it a different look to it because it's had the same look for the last 2 to 3 years. So merch is coming, website's coming. Stay patient, folks. It's all happening. It's all gravy. It's just a matter of getting it done, working on it, and trying to do this at the same time. It's a loaded plate. Ricky Starks is an NWA TV champion, J-Bone. Well, thank you. Yeah, I've seen that kid. He's good when I was watching it. I just Gosh, there's so much crap going on right now. I just don't have time to watch it. But all their stuff is canceled now, anyways. They're just showing reruns and whatever. They're not running any empty arena things right now. Everyone's staying home, staying safe, and that's not knocking them. I applaud the companies that are trying to stay brave and do this stuff. It's not easy. As we see here, we're in a new facility, a new setting, a little more intimate than what we had at Daly's Place, which is an amphitheater type setting. This, right off the bat, was thinking to myself, what would be accessible to a guy like Tony Khan and his company, the guy who owns a football team? Obviously not going to put this in the middle of a football arena. That would be a little ridiculous. Actually, very ridiculous. But me being a past Packers fan and spending some time up in Green Bay, I know what kind of practice facilities, if you will, are, accessible to a team like the Jacksonville Jaguars, who is also owned by Tony Khan. So there you go. That's exactly what they were using, because the green turf was revealed partway through this show. So there you go. It had to have been some football facility, which if they were smart and they wanted to keep it a little more well hid, they would have put the tarp out about 10 to 20 feet further and not make it obvious that it is a football training facility, because I know they're trying to keep this private from the fans, keep it away from the fans, so that fans aren't trying to hunt down the wrestlers, because there's, you're supposed to be home and watching this on TV, not sneaking from building to building. Oh, where are they? Where's Cody? Where's Darby? Where's Marco? Where's Marco? No, stay home. Stay home and watch your shit. Okay? Stay home. Be smart, folks. The what Ford is J-Bone's new gimmick. He eats lollipops. I think about lollipops. Yeah, it's my it's the gimmick. It's the lollipops. Hey, I'm not canceling crap around here. I'm not canceling culture like Joseph is. No, I'm keeping the dream alive. I'm keeping the lollipops alive here over on Smash's podcast. All right, so Dynamite Season 2, Episode 14, April 1st review kicks off with Tony Schiavone and Cody on commentary. Unique. Absolutely unique. So they get into the details of this tournament, this TNT Championship tournament, which starts, this begins next week. I thought it was starting like boom, like right now. No, they're just, they got to build this, little build up, get people to want it. Sack Bonnet for any dream will do, right? All right. So starting next week in the, what is it? Quarterfinals? What do they call it? Quarterfinals, I think it is. Shawn Spears versus Cody. And then we also got Sammy Guevara versus Darby Allin. Whew. Some rematches there. I don't mind, folks. Doesn't have to be a first time. And then after that, we got Kip Sabian versus Dustin Rhodes. Very interesting that we have Dustin Rhodes on the opposite side from Cody. And then, could you imagine Cody versus Dustin for the TNT Championship? Match of the year last year, across the board. Tons of fans said that. Crazy. We also have Lance Archer versus Colt Cabana. 2 veterans of the ring. Very different styles. You know, one's a little more comedic, old school. And Lance Archer's just been carving a path of destruction through the world. Different companies over the last several years, almost 20 years. Crazy. Man, it's hard to pick winners for this one, but that all starts next week. Let me know who you think is going to pick, be like maybe in the finals or, What's interesting is so many people thought MJF would be in this. He's not. We forget, he's got one of those, it's not a championship really, but it is something. He's got that ring. He's making people kiss the ring. So he does have some kind of prominence there. Because you got to know that at some point, that's either going to get stripped off of him or he's going to have to have people try to get it. At least you'd think it would. Because it's like a championship. It's just different. That's how I look at it. Let me know how you look at that. So, okay, that's the rundown of the TNT Championship Tournament for the TNT title. Say that 10 times really fast. All right. We start out here with an absolute slobber knocker, if you will. Man, we're missing JR, aren't we, for moments like this? Trent versus Kenny Omega went just short of 20 minutes. Holy shnikes. Manny Bones has to move over. There's nowhere. Well, if he moves over, he's going to fall over. And he was in the corner over there. He wasn't feeling good. He's back, and he's he's got his mask. He's all right. He's good. Boink. Oh. He's good. As long as he doesn't grab me. He tried to grab me the other night. Did you guys see that? It's crazy. Put it up on the Total Nonstop Impact podcast. Me and Trent were doing a show, and he just hugged me. It's not cool. Not cool. So we had a long talk. Put him in a week-long timeout, if you will. All right. Trent versus Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega wins this one. Went almost 20 minutes. Man, this could have been a headliner. Absolutely amazing. I've been waiting for this match for a while. I don't think they've faced off before. Might have been in a tag match, but I don't think they faced off in a singles match before. These guys were just tearing it up. Could have went either way. It really could have. Good sportsmanship at the end, though. Kenny wins, looking strong. One half of the AEW Tag Team Championships. A tag team partner, as we saw in Being the Elite's, not returning any phone calls. Not in a good headspace, apparently, or something. But these are different times. These are trying times in the wrestling world. Everybody's trying to be safe. Maybe he's keeping himself. Maybe he's just going to hold on to that belt a little tighter. Takes two to defend it. All right, next we got the number one women's contender for the AEW Women's Championship. We got Hikaru Shida versus a debuting Anna Jay. Double Y. Interesting. ANNAJAY. Anna Jay. She's stealing the gimmick. Totally stealing the gimmick. From Georgia. Let me know what your thoughts of Anna J are. You can't touch his face. No, he's not supposed to touch his face, and I'm not supposed to touch my face. Get it right. Looks like Hangman Page. Yeah, except he's, a skull. I don't know. Dustin Rhodes joined the Dark Order and become Black Rain. Oh, that Black Rain. That was a dark period in his career, wasn't it? Man, he was about 300 pounds. Joined TNA back in the day. That was about, trying to think years wise here. That was like mid to late 2000s, I think. I'd have to look that up. That was probably the darkest he's been as far as being out of shape and stuff. That's my guess. He's been sober now for I think close to 10 years, somewhere 8 to 10 years. It's something like that. But yeah, Goldust is best shape of his career. Trent faced Omega in New Japan Pro Wrestling at the Power Struggle pay-per-view. Oh, okay. There you go. Little history for you there. Nice. Thank you, Elijah Washington. And they're bringing that good hard-hitting style to the folks in the U.S. Tremendous. I would, you know what? I wonder if that's on YouTube anywhere. I'll have to look that up. But that was a slobber knocker too. All right, so Hikaru Shida versus Anna Jay. Like I said, let me know your thoughts on Anna Jay. I thought she looked pretty good for a debut. I don't know if she's like a local talent just being used because a lot of talent staying at home and they brought in someone new, or if there's someone that's going to be there on a regular basis. Let me know your thoughts on her. I thought she was pretty good. I mean, she held up to Hikaru Shida pretty good. I tried to focus on her in-ring stuff a little bit. She seemed like they put a nice story together in the ring. Maybe just a little slow, just a little. I don't know how long she's been, but I believe they said that Anna Jay was trained in that I can't remember the name of the school by QT Marshall down in Georgia. So hey, that's strong training right there. QT's good. 2007, 2008 Black Rain. Oh, okay. Thank you, Zach. Appreciate it. Zach's been sending me stuff on the back end of Smash This Podcast. I'll talk about something on the podcast, and also now I'll go check the Facebook page the next day, and boom, video of what we were talking about, something. So I'm probably going to end up with Trent versus Kenny Omega in my mailbox or something like that. Darby versus Archer in the finals with MJF challenging for the title. Interesting. All right. MJF isn't in the tournament though. Are you saying like down the road somewhere he would? Yeah, absolutely, I believe that. Probably. Hope they don't break up the best friends, but Trent needs to go single. He's good as a singles wrestler. Yeah, I mean, he's been in a few tag teams over the years. He was in a tag team with Romero in New Japan, I believe. And then in Ring of Honor, he was in a tag team with Sexy Chucky T, I believe it was. And they just kind of stayed. So, yeah. But yeah, I mean, he was a singles guy in WWE right before they let him go, and then he went over to. I think he spent a lot of time in Japan. So, but yeah, good match between Hikaru Shida and Anna Jay. Hikaru Shida comes out on top. And Britt Baker at ringside just talking smack to her. Like bringing her over, like, hey, come here, I want to tell you something. And she'd be like, oh, no, back away. Just, getting in her head. Like, what the heck are you doing, Britt Baker trying to practice that social distancing while she's eating a burger and threatening to beat you with her shoe with the other. Who uses a shoe? Honestly. Name that movie. I had to look it up myself. Little goofy J-Bone trivia for you. Who uses a shoe? Or who throws a shoe? All right. Next, we get a promo talking about this crazy feud between Jake Hager and Mox, the defending AEW. Trying to get my tower to stop buzzing. I gotta open it up and clean it out one of these days. But yeah, good promo talking about these guys. How Inner Circle is still focused on Mox, and now they got Jake versus Mox in 2 weeks. Now I chuckle at this a little bit. It's a big deal. It's going to be a hell of a match, but it's going to be an empty arena. All these matches are empty arena. I'm just saying. But anyways, no holds barred in 2 weeks. Jake challenging Mox for the AEW Championship. Excuse me. I can't wait. Darby versus... Oh, okay. Read that. MJF versus Lance Archer will be the modern day Jake Snake Roberts versus Ted DiBiase. Oh, that's interesting. That is interesting. All right. CJ Bone, AEW is telling a story. Dusty versus Jake and Jake Roberts. Now Cody versus Lance Archer. Oh, okay. Like a next generation kind of deal. All right. Gotcha. All right. I hear you. Could be. Nice little prediction there. We'll have to see how it turns out. I like that. I like that idea, though. I like that. So, 2 weeks, no holds barred. Mox versus Jake. Who you got? This could be a hell of a match. See, the odds are always against Mox. The guy's a soldier. The guy's crazy. You got to wonder if anybody is ever going to back up Mox. Because the Inner Circle's always bringing the odds against whoever they face. I don't know. All right, so now we got Colt Cabana at ringside for the second half of the show here. Starts out with 1/3 of the Lucha, or excuse me, what the hell do they call it? Jurassic Express, excuse me. I'm thinking Luchasaurus. 1/3 of Jurassic Express. Marco Stunt. I was like, oh, awesome. We get Marco Stunt on this one. Who's he getting? Who's he in the match again? Oh, no. The Murder Hawk himself. Are you kidding me? It's like they killed Kenny. This little bastard. Oh, my God. This poor guy. Oh. I can't wait to see the Sammy Guevara vlog where Sammy Guevara is going to have to like scrape him off the you know, the turf, if you will. Oh my god. Um Man, Marco's tough. This could have been over in 5 seconds. Any other place, this would have been over in 5 seconds or less. But Lance Archer just toyed with him and threw him through this guy who's like a third of his size all over the damn place. He suplexed him from one corner to the other one. He flew like what is it? The measurement from one turnbuckle to the other, is that about 20 feet? Give or take a little bit. He threw him almost 20 feet. And then he was in the ring, choke slammed him over the ropes, over the next barrier, like 10 feet through the air on top of, like, you know, thank God there were people there. He'd have landed right on the turf. And whatever they had at ringside, it was not very thick. You know, like that. Inch thick, not even. You're playing with some hardcore shit here. Man. But Lance wins this one. What'd you think of that Jake the Snake Roberts promo right beforehand? Man. It's like with every promo that we see from Jake in this brand, it's like, why did it take so long for a company to scoop him up and use him properly? A couple minutes a week. Promo. Putting over his next his protege, you know? Man, it's just gold. But yeah, he's coming. He's coming for Colt. Colt's not scared either. Lance just going around, just mowing over people, just killing them at ringside. Colt's like, I've been around. Bring it. He's either super brave or super stupid, man. Colt, I don't get him sometimes. He's something. We'll have to see. Man. But that's going to be in a couple weeks. We got to wait for that one. Next, we get the Brody Lee promo. A lot of people criticizing AEW for making fun of, you know, Vinnie Mac through Brody Lee. I think it's funny as hell. How many times have we seen other companies rip up other companies' shit? Use it, insult it. It's been happening forever. Every company does it in some way, shape, or form. Hell, look at what Sammy did on Impact. It was hilarious. Obviously, cutting the fact that a company like WWE brings in a veteran like Goldberg to hold the championship and not putting over younger talent. It's hilarious. I say whatever. If it's entertaining, it's entertaining. It's giving Brody Lee a chance to shine and show that he's got promo talent. That he can be a character. He can be whoever, you know. Just don't make him do a southern accent. You know? Goofy. J Rock Freak says, I love Brody Lee's segment so far. There you go. Global War says, Lance should have attacked Colt Cabana on commentating. Kind of thought he was going to, right? I mean, he tore through almost everyone else, right? Just knocking, just plowing through people. Thoughts and prayers to Marco Stunt's family. He lost someone. Yeah, a grandmother or it was a grandparent. I don't remember. It was grandmother or grandfather, one of the two. So yeah, that's tough. That's tough. I lost my grandparents. Uh, my grandma, I lost her what, 15 years ago. It's tough. Lost my grandpa back in '93. I still miss him dearly. Hell of a guy. I shouldn't say hell of a guy. He was a pastor. Um, you talk about salt of the earth. That was my grandparents. Absolutely. Global War says Moxley will win. Probably. Hagar's nothing to sneeze at though. Still the undefeated Lucha Underground Championship. How long are we going to say that? I don't know. It's just kind of funny, just kind of funny. All right. Brody Lee promo. Then we get the Dark Order. Something a little different. Same gimmick, but now we got Dark Order numbers 8 and 9. Like Slipknot? I don't know. So we got Soldiers 8 and 9, whoever they are. I have no clue who these guys were. Could you tell who they were? The smaller one almost looked like it was like MJF all covered up. It was hard to tell. I was trying to tell by body movement, mannerisms and stuff. Almost impossible to tell. Could have been local guys. I really don't know. But 8 and 9 were going up against the Natural Nightmares, Dustin Rhodes and QT Marshall. Undefeated still. Then Brody Lee comes out. Almost getting in the face of Dustin Rhodes and QT Marshall. Brandy Rhodes, very brave. Kind of like, hey, holding the guys back a little bit. We won the match. Let's not get in the way of Brody Lee. They're still kind of learning about him. They don't know about him. He went out to the ring and absolutely decimated number 8. At least I think that was number 8. Could have been 9. Not sure what number that really was. Is there algebra in this? I hate algebra. Anyways, Brody Lee decimates one of the 2 Dark Order soldiers and then just stares down the other one on the other side of the ring, as in, have you learned your lesson? Oh, that cold stare from Brody Lee, man. That's stuff that nightmares are made out of. I love it. Man, I tell you what I can't wait for, and I'm surprised we haven't seen it yet. I usually kind of watch for this stuff is when someone comes out with a really awesome ring presence, ring gear, whatever, and then boom, someone makes a custom right away. I'm surprised we have not seen a custom Brody Lee with the whole new cloak with the purple ovals on it, or oval squares, whatever, rounded off squares on it with the, oh man, it just looks badass. Looks like it could be a cousin of Matt Hardy with that getup, It's similar, but not the same. Very cool though. Then we get the Chris Jericho promo. He's telling off Vanguard 1. He's trying like hell to get Vanguard 1 over to the inner circle, to the dark side. Now, the way this is going, and the way Damascus is, everyone wants to root for Matt Hardy. You're supposed to cheer the babyface. You're supposed to boo the heel. And the way this is starting to look is Chris Jericho's almost sounding like the babyface here, and Damascus, a little creepy. Certainly a different broken vessel, isn't it? J-Bone, what's my number and smash this podcast? I don't know. I mean, like soldiers are 8 and 9. I got to like number you guys. Is that what you're saying? I don't know. You're number you're number one. Just don't step in number 2. I love that one. Anyways, then we get an update on Nick Jackson. Congrats, Nick Jackson, if I didn't say it already on here. Just had a newborn baby. Adorable. You've seen it on social media. It's a beautiful looking kid. Congrats to him. So that's why he's been away. You know, they did the whole injured gimmick so he could spend some time with his newborn. It's how they do it, you know. It's been done before. We've seen it. It's nothing new. They did it plenty with, you know, Randy Orton had umpteenth kids at home or whatever, you know. So yeah, and then they got Matt in the ring with Nick. He's like, "Hey, I brought you a ring. I know you were banged up." Very nice of him. Very nice of Matt. So they're training, doing some stuff, trying to get him back in ring shape. Get Proud and Powerful, Santana and Ortiz against the Young Bucks someday. So Nick done with his little segment there. He's like, "So you think you're ready?" He's like, "Not yet. Not yet. Gotta train a little more. Gotta take your vitamins, brother. Say your prayers. Train. Hasha." He'll come back. Then we get the main event here. Sammy Guevara, Shawn Spears. No Tully. No Tully. Staying at home. Staying at home. Staying safe. Smart. And apparently Shawn didn't need him. That's how good Tully is. He didn't need him this one. Must have had plenty of thoughts ahead of time. Sammy G, the Spanish God, and Shawn Spears, minus Tully Blanchard, versus Darby Allin and Cody. Man, hell of a main event. A little bit of comedy in there. A little bit of comedy. Sammy and Shawn Spears going back and forth with some money. Looks like Sammy came out on top of that one. Sure, he's going to put that in his vlog. They came out with about 500 big ones during that match, whatever it was. And the numbers just kept going up. It was like 50, 100, 200. That was a lot of money at ringside. Jeez Louise. Florida or wherever they were, is that legal? I don't know. Hell of a main event though, man. Shawn Spears comes off with a win here. How about that coffin drop from 10 feet up in the air? My goodness. Even maybe higher than that. Might have been 15 feet. Reminded me of the first time, or one of the first times I saw from Darby Allin. Did I say Cody? I meant Darby. Darby Allin. Coffin drop from Darby Allin from 15 feet up in the air, or however high that was. Evolve 3 years ago, right around the time of that feud with Ethan Page. Feud of the year 2017. Go back and you see if you could find it anywhere on YouTube or wherever they had it. It was on Flow Slam originally when I was watching it. Hey, I remember that time. Flow Slam. Hell of a site. It was $20 a month and it was just full of great independent wrestling worldwide. Stuff in the UK, Europe, Germany, stuff all over the US. It was great. It's gone away. Gone away. So yeah, hell of a match. Cody and Darby just couldn't pull it off, man. Spanish God. I can't wait to see this vlog. Spanish God is just going to be just absolutely spitting some crazy stuff about it. It's like, we beat Cody and Darby. So after the win, Darby attacks Cody. Wonder if that's foreshadowing. Come on, Tower, shut up. We got Spears versus Cody next week and Sammy versus Darby. So there you go. It's foreshadowing stuff that's going to be going on next week. Does that mean we're going to have Cody versus Darby in the finals again? Oh, man. I can't wait. This is getting good, folks. So that is this week's episode of AEW Dynamite. Hell of an episode. New setting. Looks like this is going to be the new setting going forward for as long as we're having this. Because, I mean, let's be real. We're lucky. As bad as things are getting in this country right now, I mean, the COVID cases nationwide are going up by the hundreds and thousands in the area during the day. Last week, numbers, you know what? I'm just going to look. Get a little update on, I haven't updated myself. Might as well do it live. Why not? It's a little upsetting, I know, but I'm curious. We're gonna crack 1 million here in a week, folks. It's scary as shit. We're just outside of the Milwaukee area. 700 cases, 12 deaths. Waukesha right next to it where I'm at. Yep, sure enough. Just popped over 100. I ain't going anywhere for a while. Scary. Oof. Chi-Town just went over 5,000 cases. We're gonna be lucky if we get out of this mess with less than 100,000 deaths. We're gonna be damn lucky. We're not getting out of this anytime soon, folks. Other people got to get smart. People got to start, people are all pissed off at the wrong people. Well, you just got to start listening and paying attention to the people that are telling you to stay home. I don't have a choice. If I go any place, it's a death sentence. That's what it's starting to look like. Stay home, folks. Try to, what do they say? Make that curve happen. I don't know what the hell the trend is. It's crazy. All right. So that's it for this AEW Dynamite review. Thanks for tuning in. Stay home. Stay safe. I have not watched the New Jack episode. That's what's coming up next on this channel. I'm going to watch the Dark Side of the Ring, New Jack. And I'm very curious. I don't know a lot of ECW stuff. I don't know a lot of history with the guys from this brand. Man, this guy was badass, and he was doing some badass stuff apparently. I saw the preview where he threw that guy like 3 stories down from that scaffolding into the ring, damn near killed whatever that guy's name was. I gotta look. We're gonna watch that. That's what's gonna be next on this channel. Dark Side of the Ring, Season 2, Episode 3, The Life and Crimes of New Jack. It's coming up next down the road. Stay safe. Wow. Time for bed. Stay safe, folks. Much love. We'll see you guys down the road. Take care.